Well, we've barely had time to recover from Sunday storms, but here we go again. A chance of more damaging wind, rain, and hail overnight. Let's get right to Colleen Coyle with the timeline, Colleen.
Yes, and Izzy, a severe thunderstorm watch was just issued, not for the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but to our counties up to the northwest. So my folks in Graham, Decatur, Gainesville, Bowie, up through Archer City, this severe thunderstorm watch goes until 5 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. Now, why is that in place? Well, we're watching two different clusters of storms that are trying to make a run for North Texas. Thankfully, many of our computer models keep these just weakening as they move into more stable environment over our area. But right now they are severe. One is just around Lubbock to the east. So those storms creating some damaging wind, as well as a little cluster that's just to the east of Amarillo. And both of these kind of are dropping in our direction. We'll be watching both of these very closely because that's what may bring in some damaging wind, some heavy rain to our area as we head into the overnight time frame. So as I fast forward through midnight tonight, we had those clusters of storms. Some of them will be reaching our western counties as early as about midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning. But many of our computer models have changed drastically over the last few hours. As these storms run into, as I mentioned, the stable air in place, they weaken very rapidly, and we really don't have much in and around the immediate Dallas-Fort Worth area. But some of these storms could still skirt along the Red River and maybe a couple showers as we head through the overnight time frame and into the early morning hours of Wednesday. Again, we're going to be watching closely to the northwest. Our main concern is going to be damaging wind, and that's where we have that slight risk, a marginal risk here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And Izzy, this isn't our last chance for strong storms. We could also see some severe weather tomorrow. So I'll talk about that timeline, what it means for the middle of the week, and then the hottest temperatures of the year coming up in just a bit.